Welcome to 2017.
Merry Christmas.
Nope.
Oh, damn it.
Well, I guess we are talking about Christmas movies on this episode. Anyways, welcome to 2017, listener. This is Movies Are Real. I'm George.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Carrie.
We are a monthly movie podcast where we gather. I can't think of another word for gather.
Collaborate.
Sure. Collaborate and talk about the movies of the month prior and what we're looking forward to in the next month. We're going to be talking about the movies of December. So we got some holiday stuff on this list, and it might seem a little outdated, but you know what? We didn't miss much in January so far. So we're recording this a week into January. Second week, actually.
Got a lot of great films coming out.
Yeah, great
Like,
stuff. Don't spoil the content.
Oh,
man.
yeah, come on, man.
I'd never do that.
So yeah, let's talk about the stuff in December. There's some stuff here. It feels like this was a decade ago because we're talking about Christmas.
Let's get the Christmas movies out of the way.
Right, and Ryan's gonna start with the reason for the season.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bad Santa's back.
Bad Santa's back and he's badder than ever.
Uh-huh.
In Bad Santa 2.
Wait, wasn't there a badder Santa?
That was the unrated version.
Yeah, I was say, so he's not, unless he's more badder.
No, he's less bad this time, but like...
He's got a heart of gold this time?
No. So...
Ryan went to go see Bad Santa 2 with his parents.
Yeah, because they thought it'd be hilarious.
Haha, was it?
George, I don't want to ruin the review for you until like the end.
Okay.
So I cannot tell you.
Well, what are you gonna say?
The sophisticated plot of Bad Santa 2, it really mirrors the original in a lot of ways.
Which
you know?
was what?
He wanted to steal some money from some kids.
Okay.
And he did it dressed as Santa Claus.
So did he actually steal the money in that movie?
I think...
Or did he have, again, a change of character?
I believe he did.
Oh,
because
okay.
he's a bad Santa and he does bad Santa things. You see, George,
I guess
just think your
kudos to
expectations.
stick- yeah, I guess.
You assume the man dressed as Santa
Mm-hmm.
would get the heart of gold, like a Grinch story, but no. This reinvented cinema, and now it's back in Bad Santa 2, starring Willem Dafoe.
Nope.
I think Billy Bob.
Billy Bob Thornton.
I was gonna say Johnny Knoxville. That's not right.
Geez, where do I start with this?
Okay, is this movie good?
George, I don't want to ruin this.
God
for you.
fucking damn it. Okay.
Yeah, Ryan, that joke
All
was
right.
hilarious.
Is Billy Bob Thornton? What does Billy Bob Thornton bring to Bad Santa 2?
The movie,
Is there
the movie begins, and he broke up with his ex-wife, but he still has to deal with her.
He broke up with his ex-wife?
I actually think she died. I think she died, actually.
I'm so confused.
Have you seen this movie?
I did see this movie.
It's all been a lie.
So, yeah, he breaks... His wife dies, and he has to keep...
So then he breaks up with her after she's dead.
Yeah. And he has to take care of the kid that he doesn't like. He's just being a bum for, like, years, and then he gets a character from the original one.
Okay.
I cannot remember his name for the life of me.
I want to say he's a Wayne's brother, but but he's not. I only say that because he was in some Wayne's brothers movies.
But he runs in with this guy who's like, hey, let's do this gig one more time. And he's like, I don't want to do it. And then he's like, okay, I'll do it. And then he makes jokes about him being a short person.
Of course it's one of those movies like, I've been out of the game, I can't go back.
Yeah.
To dressing up as a fucking Santa Claus.
Kira, do you have him yet?
Tony Cox.
Yeah, there you go, Tony Cox.
Yeah, Tony Cox.
He was in Little Man.
So,
Little
yeah,
Man.
one joke
Kathy Bates is in this?
Yeah, Kathy Bates plays his mother.
Oh.
A lot of great humor in that. So, yeah, Tony Cox's character's like, hey, let's do one more gig. And he's like, you shot me last time. Why would I do that? And he's like, dude, come on. He's like, you got me. Let's do it.
Classic.
So they go to Chicago, and he runs into his mom, played by Kathy Bates, and he's like, she's a bitch. I don't want to work with her. And she's like, come on. And he's like, all right, I'll do it.
Okay, so the humor in this film, Ryan, how is the humor in this film?
The humor is they're talking. Bad Santa tells someone to shut the fuck up, and then he makes a joke about Tony Cox being a short person, and Tony Cox replies with, "Don't make those jokes," and he's like, "I'm not going to."
What?
And then they make more jokes about him being a short person, and then that's the movie.
Okay.
Eventually, down the line, he meets a woman. He fucks her
Of course.
in the butt.
Okay, of course. That's a good joke.
They steal the money.
Okay. All right, so
The best part of Bad Santa 2, George.
Okay.
Not a movie I would recommend.
Carrie's here too,
Not
dick.
funny. Carrie loves Bad Santa. She's not gonna accept this. But my favorite part of this movie is like when watching. I didn't laugh at one point during this film, by the way.
Okay.
Someone's phone rang in the audience.
Okay.
They answered it, and they had a full-on phone call, and
pretty good.
no one even cared or batted an eye.
That's pretty good.
So that's my review of Bad Santa 2.
That's pretty good. I think
Talk on the phone during it.
I think overall, I think that's pretty good. Actually, I like that. I like that. What was the conversation about? Do you remember?
I was so like I didn't want to be there,
Okay.
Man.
and look like it was like echoey, and Bad Santa would not shut up. I wanted to listen in,
Oh,
but
okay.
Bad
yeah.
Santa was being really.
Fucking cum, dumb fucking shit, Santa
I
Claus.
said, little fucking Santa Claus, call me Santa. That's another
I
thing.
used to fuck Angelina Jolie.
That's another thing. Whenever he has sex with women, which is like several times throughout the movie, because no one can resist him. The joke is that he always is like, call me Santa. And that's apparently hilarious. Because he has, like, issues? I don't know. Anyways, Bad Santa, coming soon to Blu-ray and
Ryan, that
DVD
doesn't
and
sound like a
digital.
very cheery film for the holiday season.
Are you kidding me? It's the best film for the
Are
holiday
you telling me
season.
that Billy Bob's heart did not grow 3 sizes that day?
I mean,
at the end of this movie?
I mean, something grew.
Oh,
God fucking.
Man.
I can't believe
got
you were
lucky,
the
George.
I can't believe you were the writer of Bad Santa 2 this whole
Oh,
time.
man. Anyways,
All
I
right.
don't want to talk about Bad Santa 2 anymore, I'll be honest.
All right, more Christmas. Let's talk about Office Christmas Party. Man, it's been such a long time since this movie feels like it came out forever ago. I haven't thought about it since.
It's a very forgettable movie.
yeah.
Like, it's not bad. I wouldn't say
Carrie
it's
just
bad.
didn't like
didn't
it.
like it. It was
No,
so
Carrie.
good as hell.
Carrie would say it's bad. All right, so Office Christmas Party. It's this comedy holiday film starring Jason Bateman, Jennifer Aniston. What's the name?
T.J. Miller.
T.J. Miller from Workaholics. A bunch of other folks.
Not Workaholics, he's from Silicon Valley.
Was he not in Work? Oh, you're right. Yeah, he's from Silicon Valley. I confused him with the other dude. It's got
Yeah,
the
the
poofy
crazy
hair.
hair. Yeah.
It's the crazy hair. They all look alike, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Real bad Santa over here.
Yeah. And so the SNL, the two women from SNL that their names completely escape me right now. Kate McKinnon
Vanessa Bayer.
and Vanessa Bayer.
There you go.
Bam, nailed it, killed it, got it.
Yeah, you did it, George.
So yeah, it's got this cast of really funny and talented people, and the movie is just kind of all right. So like, it's this like router company that's going out of business soon. They need to save their asses this Christmas night, so they're gonna pull off a miracle and throw up the biggest party so they can impress this investor, and they'll merge their companies together, and then everything will be okay. And hijinks ensue. They're not as crude as something as a Bad Santa.
This isn't a rude and crude movie. This is a real family film.
I mean,
not
there's
really.
still
Yeah,
hookers.
like when that guy got cocaine snow dusted into
Yeah.
his face.
Yeah, real family
And then he
film.
Tarzaned across the room and kind of
Ate
almost
shit.
died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was fun.
well, look, man.
So-
Carrie, why don't you like this movie? It's
Sure,
perfect.
we'll start there.
I mean, I don't watch SNL, so I didn't have any connection to those actors, which I think would have helped. And,
I don't think it helps that much.
oh, okay, I don't know. But, because I like movies more if there's actors that I like in them, but that's just the kind of person I am. But, it's just like, it was relying on being this crazy office party movie, but it just like, we're keep upping the ante for this crazy party, but I didn't care.
It's not that
ever.
crazy
Like, yeah,
either.
it didn't even get that crazy, and then it's like, here's Jason Bateman and Olivia Munn and their weird relationship, and it's like, okay.
Oh yeah, Olivia Munn. Continuing everyone forgetting Olivia Munn exists. I forgot Olivia Munn was in this movie.
Yeah, I just didn't. It was never interesting or funny to me.
I found it alright. I thought it was fine. I don't know what to say about it. Like, there's like none of the. I can't say the jokes were like funny.
They were definitely jokes. Unlike Bad Santa 2, which is just him saying something racist and then like looking at the camera and being like, "Are you laughing yet? I'm hilarious."
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like, I don't know, man. Like, I thought it was, I chuckled. I was like, yeah, isn't that fun? And like, it's I thought it felt like a Christmas movie, kind of.
Yeah.
I had that going for it. Does Bad Santa have the Christmas spirit?
No, Bad Santa is just like a bad acid trip.
Also, it's in Chicago. I like that. I like Chicago. But
They don't really do anything with the Chicago setting in Bad
I
Santa
mean, they
2.
do like, oh no, well, like, all of these both movies are in Chicago.
Man,
Shit.
we got a theme. All these movies are set in Chicago.
And they're
Especially
Christmas.
The next one on our list.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
that's set in Chicago.
Yeah, I think we've said all we can say about Office Christmas
Yeah,
Party. What's that?
I can't muster anything
can't.
else to say about this.
But the people, the
stupid
actors
movie.
themselves are all fine. It's just the writing is just like,
Yeah.
like this is a script, I guess,
care
and
about it at all.
it's very forgettable and fine. So yeah, let's talk about this big movie.
The other big movie that took place in Chicago,
right, Star Wars.
Rogue One, a Chicago story.
So yeah, again, this movie, all of these movies feel like forever ago. Star Wars. There's a new Star Wars movie. As forever now until the end of time, there's gonna be a new Star Wars movie at the end of at every year. This is a prequel to Episode 4, I guess. Almost immediately before that
Pretty
movie.
much immediately.
Yeah. I like this movie. Well, if you saw our top 10, you know that we at least enjoyed this movie to be on the list.
Yeah.
I really, really like this movie.
It's good.
It feels like, to me, it felt more of a Star Wars movie than the last one. Where
Really?
at least like more original, and it hit those Star Wars beats in a way that didn't feel like we're just telling the same story again. It's just kind of remixed. Because I feel like that was the biggest complaint with Episode 7. That like this kind of just feels like A New Hope, and like the characters are great and really interesting.
Yeah.
Daisy Ridley's fantastic, and I think it's weird that I haven't seen Daisy Ridley in anything in like a while since Star Wars. I don't know if she's gonna be like, well,
I got Star
I
Wars.
got Star Wars. I'm good. So yeah, this movie is a lot more. We talked about it on the movie of the year podcast. Like it's a lot more grounded, a lot more human. It emphasizes the wars part of Star Wars. But then again, I also saw some people comparing it, saying it's more of an action movie than a movie about war. And I can see that. Like it's a heist movie, kind of. Like we're gonna get in there. Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like they plan the heist like a little. Like my one problem with this movie is they plan the heist like a lot.
Yeah.
Like there's like too much build. I felt
you mean
like
there's too much build up to
there's
the
too
heist?
much build up to it, and then like it was good, but it wasn't like
Sure, I
It didn't
think-
hit that as hard.
I think it could have been 30 minutes shorter or so.
Probably.
Yeah.
Also, I could also use more Mads Mikkelsen. I didn't know I liked him as much as I did. Yeah,
Thank you.
he's really
Thank
good.
you.
He's really
now
good.
people are finally tuning in. Now he's gonna be in that video game.
Death
Stranding.
Yeah. So now everyone is finally realizing how
Carrie
awesome
was
he
here
is.
before that.
Well, I mean, like not too much before. I tuned in when he was on that really popular show about Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
So
What's that called again?
I don't remember.
Raising Hope.
That's it.
Anyways, Star Wars.
Yeah, I feel like I can't. It's been a while since we.
I don't like the characters in this very much.
Really? You didn't like the Robot Man?
I liked Robot Man, but none of them felt like they were developed much.
You didn't like
It felt like here's this character, here's this character, here's this character, here's this character. All right, they're off.
You didn't like Jin? I like Jin.
Jin's good. Like I like them. It's just that they're not like feel
Sure,
very
but they're also like,
two-dimensional.
well, yeah, but also they're gonna be like spoilers. They're gonna be all killed. So
Well, yeah. Well, that's why it would have been sadder if like I
guess
knew
so.
if I knew them.
I guess so. Yeah.
Especially like in the beginning where it just kind of like jumps around a lot. So it's like we got to introduce all these.
Yeah, the beginning is
characters.
rough for that
But
movie.
it
I
felt
think.
like if they just started like somewhere like 10 minutes later and just like had them interact with each other more so we can understand them more through that way, that would have been better instead of just being like, here's Jin, she's on a bus because she's a bad person. She's a bad Santa, always causing trouble.
on the bus.
On the
in
bus.
Chicago.
in Chicago. Now she's in space, Chicago. Whoa.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I've seen that's like the biggest critique people have of that movie. Like it feels kind of like the characters just kind of throw away a little bit.
I mean, once it gets like the third act, it's really good.
Yeah.
Especially all the I loved all the Darth Vader stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't like the part where he said, "Be careful not to choke on your ambitions."
Are you
George.
That was the greatest
Fuck
scene
off.
in cinema
I
history.
started applauding in the theater.
Fuck off.
Like
That was hilarious.
that's the Darth Vader I've been wanting for years.
Right, the punny, winking and nodding to the
He's
camera.
a dad, George. He's gonna make those jokes.
Sure, I guess. Yeah.
Come on, George.
Spoilers.
That's the best spoilers for Star
Why
Wars.
don't you lighten up a little bit, George? Have
Yeah.
some fun.
I'm sorry.
No, like he chokes someone, he makes a pun, and then later he slaughters so many people.
It's like, oh.
Oh. And like, he was thinking of like, is there a good pun I can make when I'm killing all these people? Something about using a sliced bread? I don't know.
But yeah, I think for sure the strongest thing about this movie is probably that last 30-ish to 40-ish minutes. I think at least.
Definitely.
Like it's so. It also like where like.
Like,
Scarif, the set itself looks so pretty and different from anything like Star Warsy.
Mm-hmm.
It's all tropical and shit. I like it.
I do like it. The first 30 minutes are like kind of.
I agree.
Like it's interesting enough to make me like keep watching, but it's not like.
But also, I rewatched it and I liked it a lot more. I don't know. I think I just liked the character. I don't know, the
I think
characters
you
more
like
than...
Star Wars.
I like Star Wars, but also I don't know.
That's a rare thing nowadays.
Right, liking Star Wars.
Liking Star Wars. Not very popular.
Finally, someone brought back this small unknown property.
No Star Wars.
Man, they're really
Name I haven't
really taking
heard.
risks with this
Everyone,
one.
stop talking about Bad Santa. We got this new hit property that's coming back after many years. It's called Star Wars. And people are like, oh, I remember that.
All right. Well, yeah, we talked about this movie in the top 10, so, and I honestly can't remember what we covered there. So, yeah, I think that's all the Star Wars talk. I like it. I want
How
to watch
about
it
you
again.
guys talk about a movie that I wanted to see, that both of you saw, that only I wanted to see,
So, I guess
but yet both of you saw it.
yeah, I guess I haven't ruminated and really thought about this one, so this might be
The Eyes
tough.
of My Mother.
Right.
That's the movie.
Ryan, did you know what this movie's about? Did you just know it looked cool?
It looked very interesting.
I didn't know what it was about until I saw it, and I was like, oh. And I guess kind of knowing what it's about is kind of a spoiler. I feel like the moment where you realize where the movie goes.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's in the first 10 minutes, so I guess.
From what I take from the trailer, it's about like this woman. She lives...
Okay, I think I can set up the basic.
Okay,
All right.
set it up for me. You
Right.
actually saw it.
So they're in. It's about this. I guess it's essentially about this woman, but it starts off being about this family who lives in in a little farmish place. Like it seems like they're
a remote house.
Yeah, like as living in Nebraska, there are these little pockets of like small communities that seem to be like isolated from anything else.
Yeah.
And yeah, they live in this house, and there's not really anyone around them. And then one day, this guy comes up to their house while this little girl is playing outside, and she kills her mother.
The guy does.
The guy does.
Yeah.
This like sort of like you think like he's just like a salesman.
Yeah,
or
I
whatever.
thought he was a have you heard the good news?
Yeah, have you heard the good word guy? But yeah, he kills her mother, and then the father, who was out of town, comes back just in time to catch him pretty much defiling the corpse, I guess you would say. And instead of killing him or turning him to the authorities, they keep him locked up in the barn. And I'm sorry, Ryan, like we're like this is the first 15 minutes of the movie.
Exactly,
It's the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
setup
yeah.
for the entire thing. So they lock him up in this barn, and like the young girl, Francesca, she gets like, it seems like there's it's hard to tell if the character was always like this or something broke inside her when when she saw her mother die.
Yeah.
Because she gets a weird fascination with the guy and like starts taking care of him in the barn and feeding him, and she like begins to get like closer to her father, and she starts dealing with these like issues of being alone and shit. And then that's where I don't know where to draw the line with spoilers and like what's the movie, because fuck, a lot of it feels like moments that you shouldn't know ahead of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically it is what this young woman's life is from that moment. That moment shapes what the entire movie is, and we see her growing up and how she reacts to the world around her, and how does she deal with like her quote unquote loneliness.
It's the way her growth and development is warped after this traumatic experience. And how she deals with it, like you said.
And I want to not spoil, because I feel like those moments, because I think I like this movie, I didn't like it as much as I wish I did, and I feel like spoiling those moments would be like
taking away the
exactly.
Those
Those are the things I did like about it. So I guess talking in generalities, I guess we could talk about, because Carrie and I saw it. Ryan didn't see it.
Nope.
So I guess we can talk about does it do a good job of what it's trying to do. So this film is in black and white, and like the contrast of the blacks and the whites are like really stark. Like the darks look really dark and the brights look really bright. And I think part of that makes this movie interesting. I personally feel, because I feel like if this movie was in color, it'd be way less interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I guess you could say that that's a gimmick, but it's not like they just slapped a black and white filter on it. You could clearly see that it was thoughtfully done, and there were decisions made to make it a more effective black and white.
Yeah, like it makes it feel a little like you can. The black and white kind of makes it feel a little bit more isolating. I don't know how to like. It feels like this isn't. It's detached from reality. And it's more like what's in her head.
Yeah, it almost makes it more cold too.
Yeah, totally.
'Cause, like,
Totally.
it's emotionless if there's no colors for you to seek out and attach to. Everything's just monochrome.
And so we're sort of telling kind of a sort of sympathetic story of this character who is troubled and is the quote-unquote bad guy of this movie. Again, I don't want to spoil
The
anything.
bad Santa of Eyes of Our Mother.
Sure.
Some would say.
And if they're going to tell this story that's sort of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but also sort of into the mind of a character like a Michael Myers or something like that, but you're sympathetic towards her as well.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job, kind of, but it isn't incredibly interesting or grabbing. I just didn't find the movie very
Yeah, I
interesting.
didn't ever feel too invested.
Right, I wasn't grabbed. Like, I'm watching this, like,
Yeah, this movie's just kind of happening to me.
huh. And it sounds really disparaging. Like, there is some cool shit. I think, like, the last 30 minutes of this movie are the strongest because they add something that could have been the whole center of the movie, I think.
Yeah.
And then that last thing wraps up real quick.
That part was effective.
Right, that
What you're
part, I think
talking
that's the
about.
strongest part of the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
And it wraps up real quick. Like, the middle of the movie, I think it's the weakest, and that's the thing that's like... Because the movie is literally separated into part 1, part 2, and part 3.
Yeah,
And that part 2 is the majority of the movie, and that one's pretty slow and,
Yeah.
like, lingering.
And I mean, maybe that's part of it, but it's kind of bad when it's the movie's like just over an hour long, and I'm sitting there watching it, being like, "This is going on."
Yeah, it feels
long.
super long.
And it's like it's not long at all. But
But there are those moments where they use the black and white and lighting, and it looks fucking striking as hell. Like,
yeah,
there's a specific scene when the guy is chained up in that barn, and like you see like light hitting him right, and it's like, oh, it's really good. It's really
Yeah.
evocative. But I don't think it's incredibly interesting, and I don't think it's incredibly scary. I think I like her as a character,
yeah.
but
She's interesting, but not.
there's good stuff in this, but I wouldn't like recommend it. Maybe like I don't know, like how would you recommend this? Like I don't know, like what are you looking for? Like I wouldn't call it a traditional horror movie.
No.
Like it's kind of avant-garde.
Yeah, and the way that we thought it was gonna be like really fucked up and
Yes.
gruesome, and it really wasn't.
Or scary. It's just kind of like it's really slow, and when like big stuff happens, it doesn't feel big because they don't make like a jump scare or like
Yeah, no.
the moment happens and it lets you linger on the moment.
Yeah, and I like that.
I like
'cause
that,
It's
yeah.
not cheap in the
Yeah.
cheap horror way, but I guess you could say that it's a interesting and dark character study
Yeah, sure, totally,
of this
totally.
main character.
Yep, that's exactly what there's this movie that I've never been able to see. It's called like Behind the Mask. It's like a sort of faux horror
Leslie
documentary.
Vernon?
Yeah,
I've seen that.
and that's about like a sort of like faux documentary about a killer. Am I
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's a mockumentary, and this girl is following around this guy who is a serial killer, and the steps he takes and his process in.
Right. So it's in that vein. It's sort of a horror movie that's trying to give you the perspective of that bad guy.
Yeah.
And I think it's an interesting one, and I don't regret watching it, but I think it's really hard to
No.
recommend.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think Ryan would like it?
I think Ryan would like this.
I think Ryan would like
I think Ryan
See,
would
that's
like
why
it.
I've been wanting to watch
It seems like a really
Why-
Ryan movie.
it.
And
Yeah.
I'm really mad that you guys both saw it.
And we're like,
I haven't.
You
And then I
Eh,
sit
whatever.
here and you guys are talking about all these things in the movie that really just suck. And I'm like, oh jeez, guys, come on.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, guys, jeez.
but I think if you saw it now, you'd be able to connect what we saw.
Yeah.
Like,
Probably.
Like, yeah.
Or since we both didn't like it, you'd be like, "This is the best movie."
That's how I usually am. It's like, how dare you guys not
It
like
re-
it
it
There's
really
My Mother,
seemed- it's-
or Blair Witch, or Bad Santa 2.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't call it a bad movie or anything.
It's not bad. It's a good movie. It just didn't grab me. Like,
No, yeah.
It wasn't for me. Like, I've seen people, like, who, like, I trust their, like, horror movie opinion, like, love this thing. I was like,
Yeah, I mean, it is unique, and it does some. I don't know. It does that unsettling thing where it's like the movie leaves a lasting impression on you, I guess, and it makes you feel uncomfortable, and that's where the horror comes from, which I like, but I don't know.
It's also one of those movies that I can see just, like, people who, I don't know how to describe them. Like, like the sort of people who thought it follows like fucking garbage. Like, this is so slow and dumb. Like, this movie is fucking slow. Like,
Yeah.
it really is.
When I was was looking at the IMDb page for this one after I watched it. One of the first user reviews was a 0.5 star, and the person said, turned it off after the first 20 minutes. It was so boring.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, yep.
Yep, I can see that. But yeah, I think we covered it. Is there anything you want to say about it, Carrie, that we haven't talked about?
Nah.
I can't think of anything. Yeah, I just don't know how to like.
I mean, it's short, so if you got a spare,
Yeah.
got a spare hour, crank
Sure.
it out.
I think it's an hour and a half actually.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I don't know. All right, let's move on to something else. This one, we were really worried making our top 10 list that we weren't able to watch this because we knew that this is going to be probably on a lot of best of lists and a lot of awards.
And it
stuff.
might have already won a lot of Grammys.
Golden Globe.
Golden Globes.
We're of course talking about Bad Santa 2. Joke never ends.
But to be honest, La La Land probably could win it. It's totally, yeah, it's a musical.
Yeah.
So yeah, La La Land's what we're talking about. The next film by the director of Whiplash. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Damn, I don't remember.
But yeah, definitely a completely different movie from Whiplash. La La Land is a sort of tribute to like is it 30s, right?
I would say,
Mid 30s, 40s?
yeah, I'd say that.
The MGM classic Hollywood style
like
of film.
The
This
Scene in the Rain kind of.
exactly.
those
This
kind of
grand,
films.
bright colors, trying to really like impress you by force
Yeah.
with its singing and its spectacle. Tell like a story of these two characters who are like in LA and they're not making it, and then they meet together and then they do make it.
They
Again,
fall in love.
it's cliche, but even say in the movie, like there's a bit in the movie where they're like, won't people think it's too nostalgic?
Oh yeah.
And there's like, that's the point. Mm-hmm. And like, that's the thing. Like, I can't nail it for that. Like, yeah, this whole movie is about, this is gonna be cliche, and it's gonna be, following the book. But there hasn't been a movie that's done this in such a long time, and I really want to make one of those fucking movies. And I want an Oscar. I can make that movie now. Here's this movie.
Yeah.
So you guys, I think, well, Carrie, I know you liked it
I liked
a lot.
it a lot.
I think it's good.
You think it's good?
I like it. I didn't love it.
That's the review on the box. Good.
Good.
I would say
All
that.
it has all these awards that George says.
I would say
good.
that's definitely not the consensus on this. I am the outlier on this movie. So yeah, what do you guys think of it? Because you guys saw it before me. Ryan was sick as hell.
I was.
Yeah, he was doped out of his mind.
I was up in
He
mine.
saw it again.
So the second time I watched it, I was a little more like able to pick up the details on the film, and like, man, this is a good movie. Carrie, how about you start? Because you saw this like 3 times.
I did see this 3 times. Because I mean, I have a big soft spot for musicals anyway. So like I knew
I don't.
I knew. Yeah, Ryan is not even convinced that this was a musical.
No.
But,
I like musicals.
but musicals are great, so that is a driving force behind it. But then I don't know, because I have a hard time with it because it is kind of like we said, it's cliched and predictable. So like the story kind of gets weaker the
Yeah.
more I watch it,
Mm-hmm.
but the music stays so good and the visuals
Mm-hmm.
are just awesome. And then there's more layered things that I pick up on each time that I see it, like the constant battle between progress and nostalgia, and how he's the jazz musician and then she's like, I just talk over jazz, and then she's at the restaurant with the people talking over the jazz, and then she's like, I have to go to the jazz, and they're talking about how they hate movie theaters and she just wants to be at the movie theater. It's just I just really like it.
Yes. So when we talk about like, I think like those 3 most interesting things to talk about, like how this movie looks, how this movie sounds, and that story. That story I think is weak, but I think their performances make it more enjoyable than it should be. Because I think that's really the only thing that makes it interesting for me, like in terms of the
because
story.
it's played by Emma Stone. And
Also,
Ryan Gosling,
I haven't seen
who
Emma
are-
Stone. It's been a minute since I've seen Emma Stone. I totally forgot I had the biggest fucking crush on that
Oh,
woman.
yeah.
I forgot. I was like, oh yeah, shit, I love this woman. And I think Ryan Gosling does a good job of acting like this guy that no one should care about when he's Ryan Gosling and he's this fucking handsome fucking guy with a wonderful voice and shit. So I'll give him that. He does
Yeah.
a good job of playing like, I'm just a music snob who
Yeah,
thinks
jazz
this is real music and you guys are all fucking idiots.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he plays that character well, and being able to like not wanting to punch him in the face. Like a lot of times I want to just punch Ryan Gosling in the face, but I like Drive. I like some Ryan Gosling movies, but yeah, I think he does a good job. And Emma Stone, I mean, this is a very Emma Stone character. I feel so. I don't think she's like breaking new ground.
I was doing some research on this, and originally the director wanted the two main people to be played by Emma Watson and get this, Miles Teller. How would that have been for a film, George? I don't think that would have worked.
Emma Watson?
Emma Watson.
From American Horror Story?
No, Hermione.
Oh.
Not Emma Roberts. Emma Thompson.
Okay, so that's what
or whatever you said.
Emma Thompson's someone else, a lot older.
Oh, God.
Too many Emmas in Hollywood.
Emma.
There's a movie called Emma, isn't it? With Gwyneth Paltrow. Isn't it?
I don't know.
All right. But I don't know if that... I think this...
It works.
two
It
work
works with
better.
the two actors. They've played they've been in a lot of movies together already. They have good on-screen chemistry as friends, as they would say.
You
in
see,
the business.
You planted that seed in my head, and I just said that I think Ryan Gosling plays the I'm a handsome guy.
Have you ever seen Lars and the Real Girl?
I've seen bits of
That's
it.
a good movie. And he
I've
plays
wanted
a
to
not.
see the whole thing.
He's
sure.
a not Ryan Gosling guy.
Yeah, but in that one, he's wearing like a fucking like flannel and a mustache.
Yeah.
In this one, he's wearing tight clothing and has not a mustache, and you can clearly see he's handsome as fuck.
Yeah.
You clearly can see that.
But I'm just saying that that movie shows oh, he's a great actor, and it's just not all about how his looks are. I think this movie does both. He's a great actor, and he's a pretty.
But also,
he's a
if you
pretty
got,
handsome guy.
but my point was, I was gonna say that I think that probably would have worked better. But also, if you told me Emma Watson was trying to be this big actress and she wasn't cutting it out, I was like, fuck off. I don't believe it for a second. I believe Emma Stone way more. Like she has this sort of, I don't know, quirkiness, kind of. Yeah. That I don't think is immediately marketable. If I'm going to be a fucking vapid studio guy right now, I don't think she's got that super marketable look.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
And I think I believed her, she was struggling more than I would Emma Watson.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the characters. I think the characters are good. I don't think the performances are fucking crazy. I know Emma Stone was getting a lot of praise. Do you guys think
they both won Golden Globes?
Yeah.
For best.
You guys think?
I mean, honestly, it kind of felt like I was just watching Emma Stone the entire time. I don't know if her character was too...
Yeah, totally. Yep, totally. It felt like an Emma Stone-ass character.
Yeah, so, I mean, they did good.
There's no problem with that. It's
No,
just
yeah,
that
I just-
they're both good people.
Now, the thing that the visuals, this movie looks fucking gorgeous.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like, the soft pinks and shit look so goddamn good. But it doesn't go far enough.
Really?
It doesn't. It feels like an indie movie that's trying to do that style. I think it's fair. If you're gonna make a movie that's gonna this is gonna be a tribute to those MGM movies. Those MGM movies are fucking massive and loud. And this movie, up until the end and the beginning, those are the moments that feel like, holy shit, this movie is just crazy with its sets and its colors and its lighting and how fast they switch around through stuff. I think those moments and the moment with the planetarium, I think, is good as well. Oh my god, I like that a lot.
Yeah, because those are all those moments are supposed to be where you really get into the characters' heads and their fantasies on what they want to do and their whole ideas on Hollywood. So I feel like that works. But when he sings about that City of Stars song, that's that feels very more quiet.
Subdued.
Yeah. And I get that. I just felt like if this movie had kept going back to the big wild stuff, it would have just lost me because musicals,
you don't like musicals.
musicals that do that, I feel like.
And so you're my point encapsulated in human form.
What?
Because you don't think it's a musical because those moments aren't big enough.
Well, they're not big enough, but it's also they don't let the music try to dominate everything else. All the songs are great on their own, but it's never it's when I think of a movie Gary, you're gonna hate me with Rocky Horror or even Singing in the Rain. I think of the songs other than the story.
I
And
disagree.
And all those songs feel like standout things that are completely different from each other. They don't flow into each other.
I get what you're saying. Like it's like because some people it annoys me.
Carrie, you're hating me right now.
No,
That's
it
fine.
annoys me, but I get like it's weird, like because there's a
I
language.
especially feel that way about like stuff like Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat,
Sure.
or the one with the guys snapping.
Because you're talking about like those moments
other
because
one.
some people hate musicals because they just can't get over the fucking the breaking of reality.
Yeah.
When you're in a musical, you break reality. Like I'm gonna sing in a song, but we're gonna pretend that this is just normal.
And
right?
that's fine, but like they keep like trying to up themselves, and at one point it's like, okay, what are you trying to do now? This is weird.
Okay, but I would also say that you just don't like that, right? And I feel like this movie loves that. Like this movie, like obviously.
Well, it loves that, but it also does it in a way that I feel like works better, especially in a movie that's made nowadays.
But I would also say between those moments is a mediocre love story about Hollywood.
I don't know about that, man.
And that's the other thing. Like it's a movie about Hollywood, and it's like. You gotta go all the way with that shit, dude. Because
Look, man, I'm sorry this isn't the Neon Demon that you wanted it to be
Sure.
about Hollywood.
I would argue that movie
Look,
isn't
man,
about Hollywood.
I like the somber moments in this movie. Like I love like the big moments, like the opening song and like the ending thing. I love those, but like the somber stuff in the middle, I love that. But that's like what I like. That's my taste. That's my aesthetic.
I really wish
say.
I loved this movie, man.
I really like this movie. It's also not a musical.
That ending is great. I love like that ending. Like I was so like,
It
this
felt
is fine.
like you guys both seen Singing in the Rain, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
It feels like that song near the end of Singing in the Rain where that like goes on forever. Remember that one?
You're talking about like what fucking film people say like this is actually the part like why this movie exists.
Yeah.
You're talking about that moment.
It looks visually similar to that, but I feel like it does that a lot better.
I disagree because I think that part was supposed to be jarring on purpose. If you're we're in a Singing in the Rain discussion. Never mind. Whatever. That's a conversation
Singing in
for
the Rain
now.
is an okay movie.
I fucking disagree completely.
Okay.
But whatever. Moving on. I don't know where to go. We're talking about. Let's talk about the songs. Okay. Do you guys like the music?
Fuck
Yes.
I think it's forgettable and fine.
Really?
My favorite one is.
I like the opening.
My favorite song is "Someone in the Crowd" and.
I really don't like that one.
and Another Day of Sun after that, and
Yep,
then
that's good.
Audition after that,
Yep.
and then City of Stars and stuff after that. And I like their duet too.
I like Sing the Stars and Another Day in Sun. I don't care for Audition that much. Like it's really good, and I admit that, but it doesn't stay in my head.
The first time we saw that movie, I was so like I'm like so easily moved by music, and I started crying during that.
What's Audition?
Where they're like, just tell us a story, and she's like, my aunt lived in Paris. And
Oh,
then
that
goes into
really?
that
I
song.
didn't- Oh wow.
Like that was
God
good, but
damn
like,
it.
but, like I feel like all the other songs stuck in my head a
It's
lot
just like
more.
when people. Okay, this is completely separate now, but it's like when you listen to a song and you can actually hear the person's voice breaking and emoting, that gets me every damn
Yeah,
time.
it's so good. It's just I don't
I
know.
love
It didn't
that
stick in
song.
my head.
It gets stuck
It's
in my
great.
head.
I wake up like every other day, and Another Day in Sun is in my head. Like that's a good song, and that's a perfect song to start a movie with. I feel. And like all the long, like holy shit, the long takes.
That first song,
Yeah.
I like that. That's
Like I didn't realize until like the second time I was like, this is one take.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And like all the musical numbers are filmed like that.
And when you see it, it's like that one and Someone in the Crowd. I love those so much because it's just such big scale, big group of people, choreographed, big song, big production. It's just like yes, instead of like the because I just like that a lot.
And
Just
it all
'cause
just-
you respect all the work that
Yeah.
goes into it, and like when
Instead of it
when
being
you're
all-
like, because I've been around, like, I don't want to be too stupid about this, but I've been around theater stuff all my life, and so it's like, yes, and it's just,
I like the scene of someone in the crowd better than the song. That whole bit, I like that whole bit
Yeah.
a lot.
just the part.
Ryan,
Why
you're-
we
yeah.
can't talk about musicals because I just go off on it. Like the part
Yeah, that's
in
for the
someone,
other podcast,
the part
Carrie.
the part in Someone in the Crowd after Emma Stone has her little bit, and then it's like flute and builds slowly into the big brass, and the trumpet comes in. It's like boom, someone in the crowd. Oh, I love that so much.
They do that. They do like similar bits a lot in that movie. And I feel like it never didn't work. Like they did the same thing in Another Day in Sun. The guy like runs on the car and then all comes back up.
Yeah.
The guy who runs into the pool on that one, and then there was another time.
Yeah,
when it
like
hit
or
big
in,
again.
in Another Day of Sun, where they open the back of the truck and there's that whole big scale dance scene, and then it breaks back to the ghost. It's like, when they let you down, it's all quiet again. It's like, I just
very
like
good.
it. Just from a purely musical perspective, this movie is awesome to me, at least.
How did you guys? The song that sticks in my head most is the one that I'm like, I like this song, but I'm like, it's also a tribute because this is a movie about Hollywood and about movies. So that, like, their song, right? Their song
City of Stars?
Is that what it's called? Yeah, City of Stars. You're right.
Stars, are you shining just
for
for
me?
That one.
Yeah, I think.
What's wrong with that one? That's my favorite.
You
song
sure that's
from
the same
this.
one?
Which one?
Well, they
Because I'm thinking of the soundtrack, and the soundtrack specifically
they have
listed.
a theme.
Right,
They have a theme,
that's the
but
one I'm
there's
thinking
no
of.
there's no words to
That's
it.
right. I like City of Stars, but because the theme is the one that stuck in my head for some reason. I was like, why the fuck? That sounds so familiar. Where did I hear that? I'm like, yo, this is just a tribute to As the World Goes By. A Kiss is Just a Kiss
Oh.
from Casablanca. And I was like, okay, I get it. Like, this is a movie about those movies, and the ending is really Casablanca and tragic in the most Hollywood way ever. I get it, and I like it. I just wish there was more of that shit. I don't know, man. I wanted this fucking louder, and it probably would have been a worse movie now that I'm thinking about it. But
I would not have liked this movie if it was louder, but I really love this movie for what it is.
I don't.
Like I feel like this is my kind of musical.
Don't make musicals like Ryan likes them. Make them louder. Ugh.
Look, man, I'm so sorry. Okay,
George just did the theater.
I'm
Turn it up.
turn it up.
Can't hear it.
Okay,
Anyways.
I think we've talked about all we could talk about this movie.
Carrie, we watched this
John-
at the very end of December, so it could have made our top 10 list.
Oh yeah.
Would it have, Carrie?
Sure, let's on our personal. Let's do this right now. On our personal, where would it rank? Let's take some thinking because we would have to think of like where everything.
God damn it. Cause like, I like it a lot, but I feel like I like the music more than I like the movie almost.
I like the movie more than I like the music.
Really? Man.
Look, man, this definitely would have been like top 3 for me. I
What?
really love this
I wouldn't
movie.
put it top 3, honestly. As
You're
much as I
saying-
like it.
so you're
as
saying-
much as I like it, I don't think
Man,
This
I
movie-
put Neon
top 3.
Demon in my top 3.
Sure,
alright?
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
That's true. That's true.
I think
but
I would comfortably put this at like 5 or 6. I would say.
6 or 7.
Oh man. Number 1. Let's just go. Movie of the year. Moonlight.
Oh my
Still haven't
god.
seen it yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nope, me either. I tried to, but actually I didn't try. I just like, nah. I'm sure I can just miss that movie.
Yeah, no one will care about
I
that.
don't care about that movie. That's fine. All right, cool. That's all the movies of January. Oh man, I'm so heated and wound up from La La Land.
But there's
now.
more
love La La Land.
there's more movies from January.
Yeah,
George.
let's transfer that energy into Underworld Blood Wars.
Oh man.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
This
you know
is
what
the
Underworld is?
I've never watched any of them.
This
Oh.
is the 5th one in the series, right?
I
Fifth
think
or
so. I was
fourth.
thinking it was the 4th, but I think because there was the 2 that had Kate Beckinsale, right? Then there was one that didn't have Kate Beckinsale, and I think they did one with her back, and I think this is another one with her.
I always get
Yes.
these movies confused with the Resident Evil movies.
Well,
That is
thank God, Carrie.
that is
There's a
completely
ne-
unreasonable.
There is another
never-
Resident Evil movie coming out too.
They're always
I don't. Are they both video game things?
no, but they
Okay.
always come out about the same time.
Yeah.
And Sony always bundles them together. Like if you go shopping for movies or whatever, they're always together. And Sony always seems to like hook them up. They're also January movies that are bad, but they do well foreign, I think. And I think that's why they keep coming out. And they both have lead actresses in it.
Yeah, that were once super popular.
They're very-
And then they
yeah.
made these movies, and now that's all they're making. It seems.
I guess. Why didn't Kate Beckinsale fucking like? Why didn't she become a thing? I like Kate Beckinsale a lot.
Yeah,
She was in Click. Remember she was in Click.
man.
What?
She was in Good in Click.
Who was she in Click?
She was the wife.
She was the wife.
She was the wife in Click.
Yeah.
She played.
Well, I gotta check this movie out
She
now.
played Mrs. Click in Click.
Anyways, Underworld already came out by the time we're recording this, but fuck it, whatever.
It's apparently not good.
Wow.
Wow.
I really wanted to like those movies just because I was a dumb little kid when they came out. Those movies are old.
These are kind of movies that you watch when you're young, and you're like, "Whoa!"
The first Underworld came out the same.
and then you grow up and you're like, "Oh, but I gotta still watch it, I guess."
It's weird. Like Sony's always tried to make these shitty heroine movies. Like they made. Remember Ultraviolet?
no.
Mila Jovovich, it looked like Mirror's Edge, and her hair kept changing every time. And she rode a motorcycle on a giant skyscraper.
That sounds like a
and-
Mila Djokovic movie.
Whatever. Anyways,
That rang 0 bells. I have no
really
idea what you're
nothing.
talking
Man,
about.
it's got a good trailer.
Okay, what if I told you it was a musical?
Go on.
All right, Silence. I think we talked about. Man,
We talked about this briefly last time.
Did at some
it-
point
it
did it
just
get
got-
pushed? I think it got pushed because I think we talked about it that it was coming out. I think it got pushed because I remember.
think
Why
it
else
got
would we have
pushed.
talked about it? We did talk about it on this podcast.
It got pushed slightly, I think.
I don't know.
Anyways,
Or
it's got
maybe-
Andrew
or-
Garfield and it's got Adam Driver and it's directed by
Martin Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese.
It's a movie he's been trying to make for like years, apparently.
Doesn't it have Liam Neeson in it too? Or something?
Yes, it does.
He's the one that they're going after?
Yes. And that's all I can tell you. I got nothing else. I'm sure it's gonna be good. It's
Yeah. From what I've heard, seen from people talking about it, it's like a really like long and difficult movie to sit through, but then you reflect on it more once you've watched it. But I don't know.
that
Might be.
sounds like an Oscar because it looks like an Oscar
Yeah,
movie. I was
yeah.
like, yeah, sure. All right, Bye Bye Man.
Man.
Speaking of Oscar movies,
I don't have to watch this movie.
Neither do I.
I'm
You
going.
almost had to.
What's this movie again? I don't remember it though. Seriously.
These teenagers find this like book that has the name of a demon man that says the Bye Bye
Yeah,
Man.
his
It's the
name,
Bye Bye
his
Man.
cryptic evil name is the Bye Bye Man.
And if you say his name or
He
think
gets
about
more
his
powerful.
name, he gets more powerful, and then he'll come after you, and you'll die.
It kind of makes me think of that Tom Felton movie about where they make a ghost and they're like, if you don't believe in the ghost, it's not there, and then they start believing in the
What the
ghost.
fuck happened to Tom Felton? I haven't heard of that name. I was like, holy shit, Tom Felton. Damn. The last thing he was in Rise of the Planet of the Apes, right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's the last thing I
Oh,
saw.
he was the one who got his arm grabbed by that
And
dirty
he was,
ape.
oh, I love. That's a great scene. Oh, man, I love those monkey movies.
Was that good? There's a new one this year.
Oh, I'm so excited
New
for
monkeys,
that.
new monkeys.
More
but yeah,
apes, more
I'm
apes.
going to the Bye Bye Man, and I'm excited. I don't know why you guys.
Please, yes, we're excited for your report.
Because I genuinely love shitty. Like, this is the January horror movie. I'm pumped.
The
I'm
Bye Bye
excited.
Man.
Yeah, this is.
I looked at the director. It's a female director, and she has only made really bad horror movies in her whole
Yes,
career.
queen.
So this is gonna be like, it has to top all those.
What was last year's bad?
The Forest.
The Forest,
Right.
or The Boy.
that
the
wasn't
boy.
awful though. And
The
you told me
Forest.
it was. I
The
remember.
Forest.
Yeah,
The
pretty
Forest.
bad.
it was
George.
shot in Japan and it looked pretty. That's what I remember about it.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
looked pretty.
but-
Yeah, it looked pretty.
That was
and
good
Natalie
enough.
Portman was in it. Oh man, you're right. The movie was brilliant.
I remember reviewing that, and
She
I remember not
falls in
shitting
a
on
hole
it.
and sees a Japanese schoolgirl, and she's
Totally.
like, "I saw your sister over here." And she's like, "Okay, yeah."
I guarantee you that's gonna be better than the Bye Bye Man.
Well,
but
yeah,
hey,
I
the Bye
know,
Bye Man might
but-
be funny bad.
Yeah,
so.
but just because it's better than the Bye Bye Man doesn't mean it's good.
I'm just saying.
How come you keep saying the Bye Bye Man isn't going to be the next like
Guys, we
Freddy
can't keep
or the next
talking about
Jason
him. He's gonna
or the
show
next
up.
Spider- Ah! He's here.
Ah.
Don't say it. Don't think it.
I was gonna say the Woman in Black too, but I think that was
That was a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago.
And that movie was excellent. What are you talking?
Ah.
That guy had a great jacket.
Monster fucks, monster
Monster
trucks.
Talk about Oscar movies.
yeah.
So what's this movie again? Aliens come in, they take
So,
over.
so like an alien octopus like comes to Earth and hides in this kid's truck.
Yeah, from like a junkyard. It's just a shell of a truck, and the alien crawls in it and then drives it,
And then they become
effectively
best
making it
friends.
a monster truck.
Oh,
Truck
it's
propelled
literal.
by a monster.
Gotcha.
I got this trailer before Nine Lives, and I saw Nine Lives by myself, and I was just in the theater like, I have to tell someone about this. And
We
I
got
never
this.
did.
We got this trailer in front of Moana too.
Oh, we did.
Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
how I found out about it, and I was like, man.
Wow. Oh
It-
yeah,
it
because I remember I
stars-
said the exact same thing. I leaned over to you and was like, I saw this trailer before Nine Lives.
And I was like, you tell me that about every trailer you ever watch. So this movie stars Havoc from X-Men,
I don't know what that meant.
Cyclops' brother, the guy who shoots things out of his chest.
Oh,
The forgettable one, George.
Okay.
The forgettable one.
Yeah, I have
and
no
also
idea what
has
you're talking about.
Jane Levy from
I thought you were gonna say Jane Lynch, and I was like,
Jane Lynch.
really?
from Evil Dead and Don't Breathe.
Oh.
That movie.
oh,
I do not think she'll be molested in this movie. I have a hard time.
oh
Fingers
shit!
crossed.
She was molested in both of those movies,
I have
huh?
a hard time picturing that happening.
I don't
but
know.
you
There's
know what?
tentacles in this movie.
You know what? That's what he gets typecast as, apparently. So, you
All
know.
right, and that's
Who
enough
knows?
about monster trucks. Split.
Split!
M. Night Shyamalan.
He's back again.
I'm excited as hell for
Oh
this
man, The Visit was such a good fucking movie. I rewatched that.
Was it?
No, fuck you. That movie's great. Are you
no.
fucking kidding me? That movie's
George,
so
put down the
good.
knife, please.
It's so good. It's like M. Night, like fucking.
It's good in like a wow. That was a great movie.
And it's
right?
and it transcends that and becomes a good movie.
Ah, man.
Period. It's so good.
And Silence is basically the sequel. So
Sure, George. What have you said?
Silence or Split or whatever this movie's called.
Split.
I was gonna say, well, we're going back to silence. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, anyways, Split. It's got James McAvoy.
plays 62 characters,
All of them are Victor Frankenstein.
Yep.
and
Yep.
one of them is Igor. Oh, and they all want to fuck
He
him.
plays every character from his entire filmography in one movie.
But for real, this movie
I would
looks
see
good.
that.
Yeah,
movie.
and it's got Anya Taylor-Joy in it as well.
Right.
Watch
It's
yourself.
It looks good, and this reviews for this went up fucking early. I remember, like in October, and it sounds good. I'm excited,
Yeah, people are.
but man, I'm worried. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't think we can capture the magic of The Visit again.
Well, I mean, I'm worried too because when we saw trailers for The Visit, we were like, "That's gonna be terrible," and then it was good, and so then this one we're like, "That looks good." And it's gonna be
but
terrible.
no, but specific in the way that The Visit is a good. It's fine, and like, man, this isn't an M. Night Shyamalan movie at all, and then it goes there, and it's like, ooh, it's so good. But this just feels like an M. Night Shyamalan
Yeah.
movie. And I don't know, I feel like it feels like James McAvoy is gonna be mugging in the camera the whole time. Like, I don't feel
you
like
say that like it's a bad thing.
yeah, well, I don't expect much
Karen,
in this.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's guess
Nope.
the twist. Guess the twist live on the air.
Anya Taylor-Joy is the one with split personalities, and none of the other girls are there.
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna go back to my classic Aliens.
it's aliens. He's an alien.
It was so close to being Aliens.
Yeah, when the
In The
grandma
Visit.
started talking about creatures from another planet,
I was like,
George
oh,
Ryan
yeah.
fucking died, went on the floor of the theater.
It was so close. I liked the real twist. It was fine, but it was so close to being Aliens.
Almost alien.
And my
God, that
God.
movie's good. I want to watch it right now. It's so good.
Turn it on.
It's
We'll do
so
live
fun.
commentary for the rest of the episode.
It goes there so bad, it's great. All right,
Let's talk about a real movie.
Triple X: Return of Xander Cage.
Triple X times 2, as
it's-
Ryan has written on the list.
Because this is twice the X's.
Nope.
Okay.
Triple.
So yeah, with the fucking Fast and Furious being like one of the biggest franchises apart from Star Wars and the Marvel movies, they brought
Damn.
back Triple X.
It's about time.
Hey, I don't like Triple X that much, but it's a ridiculous movie, and if this can be ridiculous in a fun way, I look forward to it. I like Vin Diesel a lot. He's great. That's all I have to say about this.
I don't really know that much about Triple X. I know that a few of my
Shocking.
friends and I just randomly turned it on, and Tony Hawk cameoed in it.
Oh, it is definitely a product of
And,
the early 2000s.
Yeah, exactly. And our friend Zach was like, is Tony Hawk like cool enough to warrant a cameo? And I was like, maybe in like 2003. And then he looked at the box. He was like, 2003? I was like, oh, yeah. But so I know if Tony Hawk makes a cameo in this, I'm going to lose my shit. But
I mean, he does.
But we stopped watching it like 3/4 of the way through, and then we decided that if we ever go back to watch it, we're just gonna watch it on fast forward, but like not all the way fast forward, that 1.5 fast forward, so we just get through the.
That's
end
what
quickly.
I remember it being not incredibly interesting.
Yeah,
That's what I remember about it.
I will probably not watch this movie.
and this is
Why not?
because I don't care
Ryan,
at all.
Ryan, you should
Like,
watch.
I saw the trailer and I was like, why do I need to watch another Triple X
Have you
movie?
seen a Fast and Furious movie yet, by the way?
I have not.
Neither have I.
God fucking damn it, Ryan.
Look, George, I need to keep the continuity, so I gotta watch them in order. And why would I watch in order from bad to
can-
good?
That's a great salient point.
Because they eventually
No,
got
exactly.
good.
You can watch
And, like, I get
three. You can watch 3, which is the most important movie out of all of them, and go watch 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just skip 1 and 2. Fuck those movies. Who cares? Paul Walker gets into a fight over an egg sandwich. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I thought you said Paul Blart, and I was like, excuse
No.
me.
Excuse me, he does another Paul Blart movie. Carrie, new twist in Split. One of the personalities is Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Actually, I haven't seen 4, so I can't speak. I think 4 isn't great.
That's just Fast and Furious, right?
That's just Fast and Furious, yeah.
Man, I love the title schemes of all of those so much.
And then people tell me 5 is one of the best action movies of the past decade. So.
Fantastic Cars and Where to Find Them.
Nice.
They're in the garage.
Topic.
They're in the garage. The cars are in the garage. You're parked in the garage. I'm sorry, but
it's on the top floor of the parking garage.
All right.
Next movie.
The Founder, Michael Keaton. I'm really excited about this movie.
Does he
Looks
play
interesting.
Ronald McDonald?
Yes.
He doesn't play Ronald McDonald. He plays a guy who like wants to like blow it up into a
Yeah.
franchise.
He tastes the burger and he's like, we should have more of this.
Yeah, like
Make
he
it a
wants.
franchise.
Do you think they ever did it?
I don't know.
I don't know. So it reminds me of a sort of like I'm sure to a very not as hyper and as fucking crazy as the Wolf of Wall Street, but like this guy who's all like, "Yo, we can make this thing fucking happen," and he goes fucking crazy trying to make it
we
happen.
can sell cheeseburgers to people.
Also, I
Crazy.
really like Michael Keaton, and this looks like a
Yeah.
very Michael Keaton-esque role, and I like it a lot. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this movie.
Yeah, this movie looks fun.
McDonald's.
I love McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, have it your way.
No.
Pizza.
We put out Hidden Figures on this list, and I'm sure it's a great movie. And I like Octavia Spencer. That's literally the only thing I can tell you about it. It's got Octavia Spencer. I like Octavia Spencer.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll see it in theaters.
And
I'll probably see it eventually.
so I'm sure Hidden Figures is good, but let's get into the fucking thing, man. Resident Evil, the final chapter.
Will it be the final chapter, though?
I will tell you this, Ryan.
Yes?
When I was a little kid and I saw the Resident Evil movie, I like the first Resident Evil movie. I think it's fun.
Do you still like it?
But I thought we would never get a sequel to it. And I remember walking down my neighborhood, and I saw a bus that had a Resident Evil banner for the sequel. I was like, holy shit, they're making another one of those. Surely they can't make a third one. And they made a third one, and I was like, that was boring. And then the fourth one came out, and I was like, holy shit, this is awful. What the
Don't worry, George, because there was a fifth one.
It's just
And a
got...
sixth one.
And then we saw the fifth one, and I'm like, man, this isn't even funny, man. This is just irredeemably
The
awful.
first Resident Evil I saw was with you, and I was like, man. That was a
You
movie.
were actively upset. You were like, you need to
Because-
pay me back. Because
I was mad that I watched this bad movie.
Understandably. They're like in virtual... Man.
The tagline of the movie was "Evil Goes Global," and it takes place in a dome.
Yeah.
It all takes place in a secluded area, but it's like, oh, they're everywhere. The movie begins with a flash of like every other movie. So like I was happy that I was caught up, but I was still mad.
Right,
that they
Mila
did that.
Jovovich being like, the T virus. It all started when the ba-ba-da-ba-da. And then the fucking Marilyn Manson soundtrack starts.
It's not a good movie, and I feel like it'll make me watch this movie.
Oh, we are watching Resident Evil 7.
Oh, man.
If there is anything, is I am consistent. We're right in this. I can't even... These movies have like little to no plot, and they keep bringing back characters, and it's just garbage. It's just noise and lights and garbage.
So which number is this?
This is
6 or 7. I don't know. It doesn't
No, it's
matter.
6. It's 6 because
Okay.
5. Yeah.
I feel like I should jump in on the sixth one.
Carrie,
Just-
do it.
You should actually. The first one I think is an all right movie. I like the first one, and I think that's why people keep watching these movies by accident. Like, oh, I like that one movie. It had that part with the lasers. That was fun.
Let's waste another $10 and give this guy more money.
Just the season. New Resident Evil game is new Resident Evil movie. Oh, there's also a new Resident Evil CGI movie coming out too.
One of those will be good.
No. Oh well, I mean the game maybe.
The
I mean,
game.
this isn't. This is the
I'm
wrong
hoping the
podcast,
game will
Ryan.
be good. Anyways, let's talk about a movie I'm actually really looking forward to, and I really hope it's good. Guys, I'm talking about Bad Kids.
Okay, that was the first time you did a bit, and I was like, oh, I don't know where he's going with this.
Anyways, I don't know what this movie is. We were looking at the movies of January. There's this movie called Bad Kids of Crestview Academy or something.
And you, for some reason, like it's a direct DVD release, and for some reason, you felt compelled to click on the video, on the trailer.
Those are some bad kids in that trailer, George. So what I understand is this bad
Yeah,
kid.
this fucking girl gets on the principal's car, and the principal's like, "Get your ass down there!" And she
She's
lifts
like,
up
"How
her
about you
skirt.
fucking suck my dick?" And he's like, "Oh man, you're a bad kid." And then cut to the title.
And Drake Bell's there. I don't fucking know.
Drake Bell is finally
He
back.
lights a cigarette by fucking using a flame, like a fucking blowtorch. And he's a bad kid.
Yeah, because they're all bad kids, and then they get sent to a school, and then they're all gonna get killed in the school or something. It looks a lot like Belko.
It's like
Experiment.
Muppet Babies, but it's the Suicide Squad Muppet Babies.
So we're some kind of bad kids in this Crestview Academy, eh? Shut up, Rick Bell. Wrong movie. Anyways, I am going to watch Bad Kids at Crestview.
Do you know? Do you even know how to watch this film?
Look, man, I might not be able to watch The Eyes of My Mother, but I am not going to stop until I watch Bad Kids at Crestview Heights, or whatever it's called.
Okay. All right. So the movie I thought you were leading up to is a movie that's in the first week of February, but it's so close, and we're probably going to talk about it that we're probably going to wind up talking about it on the next episode. If it exists. I don't think this vaporware fucking ephemeral thing, it does, sure, Rings. Was it on this podcast that y'all told me that there was a new Rings movie, and I was like, Ryan, I don't fucking believe you.
Yes.
I think so.
And
yeah.
ever since then, the movie
And it
keeps
was
getting
come out in
pushed.
October. Wait, no, it was going to come out originally on April 1st, which was
Yeah.
weird because it felt like a joke, and I was like, no, it's going to actually come out. And then they delayed it like the week later. I was like, well, I guess it makes sense. And they delayed it again like a week after they released the trailer and started all the marketing for it.
Yeah.
Which was so weird. Like, why would you start what? I mean, Amityville has done that for 2 years.
But that's not a thing. Like, that was a new Amityville movie that was supposed to come out, right? I'm not crazy, right?
Yeah, it was going to come out in January.
Does
It
not
was-
exist.
It doesn't. Yeah.
It didn't come out.
Oh, man.
I don't know where it is.
What
Anyways,
they do with it?
I actually kind of hope this movie's good. I know everything is writing against it,
Nope.
but I really
It
love.
looks so
I really
bad.
love the
This
Ring.
looks this is not Gore Verbinski's Ring.
I really like the first Ring. I even like the first Japanese Ring. I haven't watched all the sequels.
There's nothing nothing wrong with the Ring. I love the Ring. There's nothing wrong with the Rings. Oh, not this Rings. Ringu, whatever it's called. It's Ringu.
Ringu, yeah.
This looks absolutely
looks
fucking
so
awful and like the most. We have the rights for this, I guess. Somehow Paramount wound up with the rights to the Ring. I don't know how.
Turn Samara into a chain email, and then she hijacks an airplane.
I mean, it's like
It looks
the
PG-13.
chain email thing. Like, I get that. Like, that's a logical step to go.
Yeah, I
and,
know. It's like, let's modernize this by doing a chain forwarded email that I haven't been forwarded a chain email since like 2009.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's like bullshit. I know what this is. Like, if they made fun of that, that'd be cool. But I don't know if they do that. I really hope they take like a smart approach to this.
The flat screen TV thing's kind of cool.
I like that.
But it's just the bit from the first movie.
But it's flat.
Also,
could she fit there?
this is straight up like Jason Voorhees Friday the 13th movie. That's not what Ring was. Ring was this sort of creepy mystery thing that turns out to be real and the most realist thing you've ever fucking seen. And then it's even cooler now because the VHS stuff, I honestly think it's cooler. It kind of gives it this Videodrome sort of retro
Yeah.
sort of thing to me.
Yeah, definitely.
So this just fucking, fuck off.
Look, I think you can modernize it. I don't think they'll do it very well, but I'm really hoping they do.
I'm gonna be watching that movie. I'm like, I can't believe I'm watching this movie. Like, what is this?
Look, we don't know for sure this is coming out.
Sure,
Okay?
totally.
Let's be honest here.
We've jinxed ourselves by talking about
But
it.
I really want this to be good because I really like the Ring, and I think you can do a modern Ring good.
You know what? I have more hope. Man, you know what?
Do you have more hope for Bad Kids?
I am too excited, so I'm gonna go a week forward because fuck it, we're late with this podcast all the time. 50 Shades Darker comes out the week after.
Man. You're the only one I know who's.
You know what? I
interested
take
in
it
this.
back. We'll talk about it in the next podcast. We'll look forward to it. Look forward,
Yeah, we
excited.
will. All three of us will look forward to 50 Shades Darker.
Oh, Rings.
Rings.
I feel like Ryan, you and I are gonna have to watch 50 Shades of Grey at some point.
Oh jeez.
You should, and then we can just talk about what the fuck was that?
What else came out the same day? Because I feel like
Kingsman.
Kingsman came out.
that was
That's
a
the
better
one.
choice. I feel.
Yeah.
Even though you like it, George, I feel like that's a better choice.
Oh, listen, I like that movie. It's not a good movie. It's totally a guilty pleasure of mine. I like the first Twilight movie. I don't know why. I like it, though. So I can't.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know. I don't know.
That felt very Jerry Seinfeld of you. The way you said that. I don't know
What's
why.
the deal?
B-movie is a great movie. I can't wait to make another one.
There's a lot of talk about the B movie. Let's make another one.
No,
Bad kids. Why are they so bad?
Don't let them hear you. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I think that's a podcast.
I think it's a podcast too. I would be shocked if we talked about rings if it's actually a real thing.
I want it to be a real
I-
thing.
I
I won't
Good
believe it until
movie.
I'm in the theater and it's on the screen.
Like at this point,
And even then, I'll be like,
the reel's gonna fuck up.
Like,
Like
at
something
this-
and it's
yeah,
gonna have
like-
to throw us out.
at this point, I think like we might have trouble trying to find it. Like I just don't believe. I don't know. Whatever. So yeah, I think that's a podcast. I'm looking forward to
Bad
Shit,
Kids.
there's
Split.
fuck. Oh, Split. Yeah, there you go. I was like, oh shit.
Oh
fuck.
shit.
Fuck.
It's January, isn't it?
Honestly, I really want to see Rings. I love the Rings so much, and I need to see this movie.
Ryan, there's no doubt that we're gonna see it if it's available, but it's
Carrie,
not gonna be
Carrie,
available.
what if it comes out the same week as Bad Kids, and we have to make that
Yeah, so we'll
judgment
watch
call?
Rings in the theater, and then we'll go to Walmart and buy the Bad Kids DVD.
Ah,
Bad
okay.
Kids, movie of the year.
Calling it now.
Called it out. Drink Bell is back and badder than ever. I'm Ryan Lance with Movies Are Real. And I'm getting out of here. All right.
I guess
I
that's
really hope
like,
that translates.
I guess-
Ryan walked away. That was the joke.
Okay, I guess that's the other podcast. Movies Are Real. Have a great day.
Bye.